the agenda. There was a mix-up in communication, and we did not realize that we were set to speak. We heard you said nice things about us, and we certainly would have been here to hear them. But we thank you so much for continuing to support us. It means so much. The money means a lot, but the support and just you guys being there for us just means everything. We will be stopping by with show T-shirts for everyone one day next week, and we will certainly be here after the quilt show to tell you what a wonderful time we had. We hope that you will stop by and see it. It is a wonderful experience. Bring your kids, bring your grandparents. It's one of those kind of events that is really has something for everyone. We think it represents the best of what Gumbo City is, and we thank you again.
Thank you, Ms. Day. Appreciate it. Before we get started, I just want to make mention that prior to the meeting tonight, we had a wonderful reception for Judge Jack Holland, who is retired after, what, Blake, 75 years in the legal field? But,
he told me outside he sat on the 173rd District Bench in Henderson County around 40 years. And then from there, he was RC judge for, I think, 16.
16, yeah.
So he's had a storied career in Henderson County. He usually thank anybody, anybody in the legal community, not only in Henderson County, but the state of Texas. They know Jack Holland.
Right. And I just want to mention the fact that, and thank the city staff for putting together a very nice reception. I certainly greatly appreciate y'all doing that. With that being said, we'll move on with the night's business. The consent agenda, item 1A, all matters listed under consent agenda are considered to be routine by the city council and be enacted by one motion. There will not be separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. Consider approving the following reports: city manager report, animal control, court report, dispatch, permits, inspections and code enforcement, police, street and park maintenance and repairs, EDC October 7th minutes, EDC September financials. May I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as supplied.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Vote from my left.
Yours, yes.
Evans, yes.
LaRue, yes.
Mullins, yes.
Foster, yes.
Old business. Item 2A, discuss and/or take action to add and approve an addendum to the Animal Shelter Service Agreement, increasing the monthly amount from $1,250 to $1,600 with the Humane Society of Cedar Creek Lake. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve an addendum to the Animal Shelter Services Agreement, increasing the monthly amount from $1,250 to $1,600 with the Humane Society of Cedar Creek Lake. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Anyone from the Humane Society here to speak tonight? Okay. So I do have a statement I'd like to make. The purpose of my veto last month regarding the service contract for the Humane Society of Cedar Creek Lake was because council did not address the additional cost from $1,250 per month to $1,600 per month, a change in the current 2-year contract. An addendum to the contract would be appropriate change to our current contract, as was suggested by our city attorney. After the veto, I requested specific financial information from the Humane Society, a detailed profit and loss statement to confirm loss of revenue necessitating municipalities and counties to increase their amount of compensation and what costs are paid by the 13 listed clients for animal impound fees. I received neither of the requested items, but was directed to make an appointment with the shelter CPA for financial information, but none was provided. An email from Ms. Ainsworth detailed she was not at liberty to share the details of contracts between HSCCL and other entities with Gumbo City. In order to adequately compare animal control costs with other agencies, Gumbo City staff contacted the majority of the entities listed and determined most, if not all, pay somewhere between $50 and $55 per animal impound as a pay-as-you-go basis. So how much is Gumbo City's fair share? The request that in Ms. Ainsworth emailed to us was $48,000 would be our fair share. If that's the case and we average that out per animal over the average per animal over the last 4 years, then we'd be looking at $137.52, not the $50 to $55 that other cities are paying. So we'd be well above what any of our peer cities or counties have paid. 4-year average of animals is 349 animals impounded. At the current rate paid out by other entities, entities applied to Gun Barrel City, 449 animals at 55 would be 19,145. So considerably less than what we're being what we're been told is our fair share. So I'm kind of confused there. I wish they were here to help clear that up a little bit. Cost of impound fees have increased substantially over the past 3 years for all cities and counties utilizing Humane Society of Cedar Creek Lake, nearly doubled in some cases, with increase of $350 per month that's requested at this point in time. Gun Barrel City will have experienced an 88% increase in the shelter costs since 2018. So that being said, I gave you all a couple of amendments. The short one is the one from the Humane Society, which they sent after we requested it after the meeting. And the other is one that I've added to it that adds some things that would have to be agreed to by them. So I'm disappointed that they're not here tonight. But I just want to run down a couple of things for y'all. City staff contacted several of the cities to look at see where we're at and where they're at, so we kind of get a better idea of where our fair share, which we're constantly reminded that we don't pay, where that would be. City of Kaufman's paying $45 per animal. Henderson County to the Humane Society, which they give them $20,000, and according to the records the Humane Society gave us, that would be $39.68 per animal. City of Kemp is $55. City of Trinidad is $50. City of Kearns is $55. City of Seven Points is $55. City of Toole is $55. City of Log Cabin is $55. Right now we're going to be in that $50 range is where we would be, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct, Mr. City Manager? Did I get that right?
With the additional $350 per month, we will be right at $55 per animal at $19,190.
So what I would like to ask council to consider is this seems to just get out of control completely. 88% increase since 2018. As far as an annual contract, gives us very limited control of what we're spending, and we had a 2-year contract that got interrupted after the first year. I'm all for taking care of our fair part, but it just seems to keep rising. I would like to opt out of the contract entirely and go to a per animal at $55 per animal, and then we can just control what we do, how many animals we take, and makes things more, let the city manager and the city staff manage this for us rather than being tied to an annual contract that seems to just continue to increase over and over. So, questions, comments?
Well, I'm disappointed that we don't have any representatives from the Humane Society here to talk about this. We obviously showed a willingness to want to discuss this with them last time and had a very lengthy conversation to go over these details. And obviously the purpose of today's discussion or tonight's discussion was to further that conversation to the point of updating the contract so that we could get to a point of getting this back on track. They initiated this action, we didn't. I'm bothered that they're not here to talk about it. So we're being asked to approve an expense to put it into a contract basis, and tonight we want to ask them some more questions. They're not here.
Well, we certainly could table it again until they are able to make it here and discuss it with us, if you like.
Well, I got to be honest with you. And again, just speaking for myself, I'd be more inclined to probably go with that option that you described, where we're paying on a per animal basis. I think at this point we want to be able to depend on the Humane Society to do the right thing, and part of it's being financially responsible. And I mean, we're not asking them to do magic. We're just asking them to be responsible. Not being here is probably not a good sign, but I don't know. I think it'd be better for us if we do a better job, and we have over the years since I first joined the council. We have seen a marked improvement on the number of animals being collected by animal control in Gumbo City. So we've shown that we're, as a city, when we put our mind to it, we can make some changes that tend to get it more under control. I'm just wondering why they haven't been able to do that at the Humane Society.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to ask on the addendum, the agreement shall be for a term ending October 31st, 2023. That really represents a change in the contract that we currently have. We have one more year going, and if we amend the contract, we're going to 2023 with an increase, and then negotiating at the end of 2023 from a level of $1,600 a month rather than $1,250. I think in the best interest of not only cost control, but know where we're trying to go on this. I think we should keep the level at where we are. And if we want to give a short-term increase, which is what the council approved unanimously, let's give it to them for the coming months, but do not rewrite the contract and extend it a year at a higher rate. That's a mistake.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, you want to give them an increase for 1 month?
I was wanted to give them the increases. We approved for a 5-0 vote in the addendum that was presented at the last meeting.
That was for a permanent increase.
Well, I don't think we want to do that. I think we only want to do that for the end of the for the end of the contract year, no more. I don't see why we'd want to give them a permanent increase at all on this. We really need to be staying within our contract year and the budget that we have. And if we're going to give them any extra money, it should be only for the end of the existing contract, not rewrite the contract in the middle of it.
I like the idea of going to a per animal basis.
Okay.
I do too. Unfortunately, our agenda item is written such that it is to approve an addendum with the Animal Shelter Services. So we can't do the per animal tonight, but
Right. We could do that at the next meeting and just approve what we.
yeah, I'm willing to, if I'm understanding the heads nodding, I'm willing to withdraw my motion.
Okay. Would you care to make another motion?
I'll make a motion that we table this.
Second.
I have a motion to table with a second. Any further discussion?
Just to reinforce to the public, we're trying to do what is right. Obviously, we have a concern for taking care of stray animals. We wouldn't be having this conversation if we didn't. Any perception that that's not the case would just be completely wrong, and that all this discussion, at least from my point of view, and I believe it's from the rest of the council too, is we're trying to make a good financial responsibility, but also be good citizens as it relates to taking care of stray animals. I just, again, wish that the Humane Society would be here so we could have this conversation with them. And I think tabling it is absolutely the right thing to do until we can get some more information. We want to do the right thing. We just want it to make sense.
I think that they are in need of an answer, so I'm agreeable to the tabling of this. I would like for council to be open to a special meeting as soon as we can get one called, and I would ask the city secretary to contact council in the morning and get a special meeting set up and find out when the representatives from the Humane Society would be able to be here to discuss with us. So, any further discussion? Motion is to table. Vote from my left, please.
Yours, yes.
Evans, yes.
LaRue, yes.
Mullins, yes.
Foster, yes.
Item 3A, discuss and/or take action to adopt ordinance number O-2021-045, adopting the 30th supplement to the Code of Ordinances as published by American Legal Publishing Company. May I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to discuss and/or take action to adopt ordinance number O-2021-045, adopting the 30th supplement to the Code of Ordinances as published by the American Legal Publishing Company.
Second.
Ordinance number O-2021-045, an ordinance enacting and adopting a supplement to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Gumbo City, Texas, and declaring an emergency. Discussion? Vote from my left.
Yours, yes.
Evans, yes.
LaRue, yes.
Mullins, yes.
Foster, yes.
Item 3B, discuss and/or take action to award bid to Texas Bit and authorize the city manager to enter into negotiations for the Welch Road Reconstruction Phase 2 project.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to discuss and/or take action to award bid to Texas Bit and authorize the city manager to enter into negotiations for the Welch Road Reconstruction Project Phase 2 project.
LaRue, second.
Motion is second. Discussion. Mr. City Manager, you want to tell us about how much this will, distance-wise, this will do for Welch?
I'm not sure the actual distance. This is the second phase, which is approximately about $185,000, between $175,000 and $180,000. As a result of the first phase, the street superintendent was not overly satisfied with the work that was done by the person that was awarded the bid on the first phase. So in order to prevent that same issue from occurring, he wanted to go back out to bid. We took it out to bid. Only Texas Bit was the only company that rebid the second phase. He's really happy with the work they do. He would have picked them had he just been able to pick the remaining contractors anyways. So unfortunately, because we are into mid-November, the project probably will not be able to be started until springtime due to the weather.
Okay.
It's really important, but it's the entire length of the project is, I believe, a little over 2 miles, so we have it in 5 phases, and this will be phase 2. Street superintendent advised that he may be able to do phase 2 and 3 at the same time as a result of the delay.
That'll be wonderful. Any discussion? Vote for my left.
Yawns, yes.
LaRue, yes.
Mullins, yes.
Foster, yes.
Item 4A, discuss and/or take action to adopt ordinance number O 2021-044, amending the comprehensive land use plan and map of the city. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance O 2021-044, amending the comprehensive land use plan and map of the city.
LaRue, second.
Ordinance number O 2021-044, an ordinance of the City of Gumbo City, Texas, amending the comprehensive land use plan and land use map of the city, providing for a penalty for the violation of this ordinance, providing for repealing, saving, and severability clause, providing for an effective date of this ordinance, and providing for the publication of the caption hereof. Any discussion?
I would just like to give an explanation that the direction that is taking place out on the island is the location of this change, and it was in the comprehensive plan. It was tagged as green space and park, which it is not. It's a piece of private property. So the most closely matching category is a Lakeview district, and so that is what we're reallocating that piece of land to be planned as with the qualities of the Lakeview district.
Thank you, Ms. Mullins. Further discussion? Vote for my left.
Yawns, yes.
Evans, yes.
LaRue, yes.
Mullins, yes.
Foster, yes.
Item 4B, public hearing on a request to replat lots 91 and 92 in the Tamarack subdivision belonging to Linda Coe, physically located at 215 Longleaf Street, into one lot, Lot 91R. Public hearing open. Does anyone wish to speak? Public hearing is now closed. Item 4C, discuss and/or take action to approve the replatting of lots 91 and 92 in the Tamarack subdivision belonging to Linda Coe, physically located at 215 Longleaf Street, into one lot, Lot 91R. May I have a motion, please?
I make the motion to approve the replatting of lots 91 and 92 in the Tamarack subdivision belonging to Linda Cole, physically located at 215 Longleaf Street, into one lot, Lot 91R.
Second.
Have a motion to second. Any discussion? Vote for my left.
Yawns, yes.
Evans, yes.
LaRue, yes.
Mullins, yes.
Foster, yes.
Item 4D, public hearing on request to rezone a 4.37 acre tract of land situated in the J. Cargill Survey, abstract number 162, and the W. Hockaday Survey, abstract number 282, City of Gumbo City, Henderson County, Texas, being part of the 7.06 tract of land conveyed to TRP Cedar LTD from Townhouse Residential District to Single-Family Detached Residential District. I have a motion. Oh, that's a public hearing. Anyone here to speak on that? Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. Item 4E, you got to read it again. Discuss and/or take action to adopt ordinance number O-2021-043, rezoning a 4.37 acre tract of land situated in the J. Cargill Survey, abstract number 162, and the W. Hockaday Survey, abstract number 282, City of Gumbo City, Henderson County, Texas, being part of the 7.06 tract of land conveyed to TRP Cedar Isle Limited from Townhouse Residential District to Single Family Detached Residential District. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance O-2021-043, rezoning a 4.37 acre tract of land situated in the J. Cargill Survey, abstract number 162, and the W. Hockaday Survey, abstract number 282, City of Gumbo City, Henderson County, Texas, being part of the 7.06 tract of land conveyed to TRP Cedar Isle Limited from Townhouse Residential R-TH to Single Family Detached Residential R4A.
LaRue, second.
Have a motion and a second. Ordinance number O-2021-043, an ordinance of the City of Gumbo City, Texas, amending the comprehensive zoning ordinance and map as heretofore amended to grant a change in zoning from Townhouse Residential District, RTH, to Single Family Detached Residential District, R4A, for 4.37 acre tract of land situated in the J. Cargill Survey, abstract number 162, and the W. Hockaday Survey, abstract number 282, City of Gumbo City, Henderson County, Texas, being part of the 7.06 tract of land conveyed to TRP Cedar Isle Limited, and being more specifically described by plat attached hereto marked Exhibit A, providing a severability clause, providing for the repeal of all ordinances in conflict, providing a penalty of fine not to exceed the sum of $2,000 for each offense, and providing an effective date. Any discussion?
I can just elaborate. This is a rezone for a tract of land also on the island. This is not the subject of the comprehensive plan change. This is on the north side. You may recall it's where they staged the materials when they were doing the bridge expansion. There is a developer that is looking to create, I believe it's 11 lots and for larger homes. And this request for Zone R4A is one of our larger home zoning categories.
Thank you. Further discussion? Vote for my left, please.
Gause, yes.
Evans, yes.
LaRue, yes.
Mullins, yes.
Foster, yes.
Public hearing for a request from TRP Cedar Isle Limited to approve a preliminary plat for the Pitman Isle Subdivision, a 4.37 acre tract of land situated in the J. Cargill Survey, abstract number 162, and the W. Hockaday Survey, abstract number 282, City of Gumbo City, Henderson County, Texas, being part of the 7.06 tract of land conveyed to TRP Cedar Isle Limited. Public hearing is open. Any discussion? Anyone wish to talk? Hearing no one. Public hearing is now closed. Item 4G, discuss and/or take action to approve a preliminary plat for the Pitman Isle Subdivision, a 4.37 acre tract of land situated in the J. Cargill Survey, abstract number 162, and the W. Hockaday Survey, abstract number 282, City of Gumbo City, Henderson County, Texas, being part of the 7.06 tract of land conveyed to TRP Cedar Isle Limited. May I have a motion, please?
I'd like to make a motion to discuss or take action to approve a preliminary plat for the Pitman Isle Subdivision, a 4.37 acre tract of land situated in the J. Cargill Survey, abstract number 162, and the W. Hockaday Survey, abstract number 282, City of Gumbo City, Henderson County, Texas, being part of the 7.06 tract of land conveyed to TRP Cedar Isle Ltd.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion.
I was hoping someone from this project was here to answer a couple of questions. Oh, yay, thank you. I've found a couple or three questions that I have. The preliminary plat does not show any rear yard setbacks on the proposed lots. And I understand that rear yard setbacks on the waterfront is kind of a silly thing, but it still needs to be on the plat. And there's also no side yard setback shown on the two lots that front on the highway. And I believe per our street design standards that the the dead-end street, I believe it's Mary Court, will need to have an 80-foot cul-de-sac at the dead end.
Yeah, I think we'd visited with the fire marshal, and we've got a hammerhead. Of course, the cul-de-sac is for emergency vehicle. And by the way, I'm Craig Carney with Carney Engineering. And so we were hopeful, per his guidance, that would be acceptable. So I don't know if there's a particular.
You said the fire marshal?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, well, we also have ordinances for street requirements, separate and apart from his requirements for the fire truck.
Right.
So it'll have to meet those street design standards as well,
Okay.
either with a cul-de-sac or some other method.
Sounds good.
But since this is a preliminary plat only, as long as we get resolution to that for the final.
Okay. We will certainly address that.
Any further questions or concerns? Hearing none, vote for my left, please.
Y'all's yes?
Evans, yes.
LaRue, yes.
Mullins, yes.
Foster, yes.
Thank you, sir, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Item 4H, public hearing for a request from TRP Cedar Unlimited to approve a site plan for the Pitman Subdivision, a 4.37 acre tract of land situated in the J. Cargill Survey, abstract number 162, and the W. Hockaday Survey, abstract number 282, City of Gumbo City, Henderson County, Texas, being part of the 7.06 tract of land conveyed to TRP Cedar Unlimited. Public hearing is open. Anyone wish to speak? Public hearing is now closed. Item 4I, discuss and/or take action to approve a site plan for the Pitman Subdivision, a 4.37 acre tract of land situated in the J. Cargill Survey, abstract number 282, City of Gumbo City, Henderson County, Texas, being part of the 7.06 tract of land conveyed to TRP Cedar Limited. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve a site plan for the Pitman subdivision, a 4.37 acre tract of land situated in the J. Cargill Survey, abstract number 282, City of Gumbo City, Henderson County, Texas, being part of the 7.06 tract of land conveyed to TRP Cedar Limited.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion? Hearing none discussion, vote for my left, please. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was taking a breath.
Go right ahead.
I have some concerns with the with the site plan, and my concern is that it's more of a preliminary than not. It doesn't match the preliminary plat, and it also does not have the cul-de-sac shown, and it's lacking some sidewalks, and it's a little bit hard to determine what exactly the scope of work is for the site plan. Is it just the street, the sidewalks, and the parking? Is that all there is that's being developed? And my concern is this is, agenda-wise, this is a site plan approval, not a preliminary.
Right. Well, I guess to give an overall description of the project, the intentions are for it to be a gated community, so we'll have a gate. Of course, along with the 11 lots, it is the desire of the owner to kind of keep a rural feel to it and thus not have the sidewalks parallel to this private street. And so, I'm not sure if that causes any heartburn in general or any conflict with the ordinance. We had conferred with Joe Mundo to see if he had any particular thoughts about it one way or the other. So, that's, it's certainly not a deal breaker, but it's just the preference of the developer not to have the sidewalk. But to add to that, there will be boat docks and boat slips. They're kind of on the north and the east end. That will be a part of the project as well.
Our design standards are minimum standards, so we would, there would have to be a variance to not do something that's part of our minimum requirements.
Okay, talking about the sidewalks,
Sidewalks, the cul-de-sac,
sure,
the whole caboodle.
okay. We could sure address that.
Anything further?
No, I have concerns that this is more of a preliminary and not a final site plan.
With it being, with these, can we approve it at this
Just
point?
be
if it doesn't meet
resubmitted.
this minimum? It has to be resubmitted, right?
Yeah, I think it would need to be resubmitted with, or at minimum, I believe you would need to come back and ask for a variance if you, would that,
Yeah, if we approve it without the minimum requirements,
that would be wrong.
that's on us.
That's
yeah.
on us, yeah. So, Ms. Mullins, how would you prefer to handle it? Would you prefer to ask to change the motion to tabling it, or,
I'm happy to withdraw my motion,
okay?
make a new motion to table this item.
Second.
You said made a motion to table it?
Yes, sir.
In a second. Any further discussion? Please understand, we just need to get it to where it's right.
Sure. No,
Okay,
understand.
thank you
It's
very
going to
much.
be a great development. We just
Yes, we
check all the boxes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We appreciate you.
just need to check all the boxes. So, vote for my left, please. To table.
To table, yeah, y'all's yes.
Evans, yes.
LaRue, yes.
Mullins, yes.
Walsh, yes.
Item 5, we will convene into executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.071, consultation with attorney regarding the following: compliance with the Public Information Act and related matters. Time is 7:05. Do not expect any action coming out of this if y'all don't want to stick around. And I would like for the city attorney and for the interim ED to come back and join us.
What about the city manager? You don't want him in there?
Yeah, Jeff, you might as well come back.
Come on, Jeff.
Oops, sorry.
Needs to be
Pardon?
the executive session. There needs to be a motion.
No action?
Yeah.
We never have done that, but we should.
It's cold in here now.
It's freezing.
Cool, I think it kicked on.
Okay. Blake? Yes, sir. That's a quick question. Yes, sir. When we come out of an executive session, we don't have any action to take. We need to make a motion.
No, I think you just asked for, the outcome. You said we have a motion to take executive session. That's the motion. Motion to,
No action.
yeah, well, I think by asking for a motion for action, no one does it, I think you've accomplished that.
But you'd have to vote on it.
No, so I think if you just come
It's
out,
not a
if you just
motion.
come out of executive session and say, do I have a motion to take any action regarding the items discussed in executive session?
And nobody
no
says
one makes a
nothing.
motion, then I think you've effectively done what you're suggesting.
I disagree, but.
Okay.
You're the lawyer.
It's not the
You're
first
getting- Okay.
We will reconvene into open session to discuss and/or take action, if any, regarding the executive session. The time is 7:28. Is there any motion that needs to be made? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Motion to adjourn, I'm sorry.
Motion to
Hey, now we're adjourned. Thank you.
You're reading about that on YouTube. Who does he think he is?
Thank you, Blake. I appreciate you coming out. I know Judge Holland appreciates you being here.
He's wrong.
Mr. LaRue, you got just 2 minutes.